Good morning, amateur sociologists. Welcome to week 3000 of continuing learning. What's that? Oh, I'm actually being told that it's really week 3, but who knows anymore. Today, we are going to continue our discussion about the building blocks of culture. Remember, last week we took culture and we broke it down, starting with 2 categories. And I'm stoked because I get to write again on the screen. So here is culture. And if we were to break culture into only 2 building blocks, they would be material and they would be non-material. Wow, you can actually distinguish what each of those letters are. I'm on a roll here. And so we can take non-material culture and break that down into further building blocks. Symbols, which we learned about last week. Language, which we'll talk about this week. Values. Norms, which can be broken down into folkways, mores, and laws. Wow, look at that. I can read that. That's cool. Last week we talked about symbols, and this week we're going to learn about language, the ultimate human symbol. Language is quite possibly the trait that makes humans unique to all other living things. Sure, some trees get to live for hundreds of years. Birds get to fly, most of them. Duckbill platypi, I don't know what the plural for platypus is. Platypi, they get duckbills. They take the best selfies. But we humans get to make sounds that other humans understand. That's pretty cool. For example, when I say, this song slaps, or my daughters have drip because they're wearing May the Force Be With You shirts on May the 4th, you know exactly what I mean. A duckbill platypus wouldn't. A culture's language can also tell you a lot about that culture. For example, when I was a kid, I was always told that Eskimos, and really they're Inuits, had 50 words for different kinds of snow. Now, it turns out that Inuits do in fact have many different words for snow. And that fact tells us a lot about this particular group's culture. It tells us about their environment. It tells us how they live and where they live. And so this week, I want you to think about the language that we use, why we use it, and what it tells us about our culture. For example, think about this for a second. I want you to think really quickly of all the different insults that Americans have for females or that use femininity as an insult. Take a couple seconds and think about that. I can think of a lot right off the top of my head. Now, try and think of insults that Americans have specifically for males or that use masculinity as an insult. I can't think of nearly as many. There's quite a difference, isn't there? So what do you think that tells us about American culture? Are men and women treated equitably in the US? Maybe not so much. Anyway, I look forward to reading and seeing your work this week. And remember, if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. I look forward to hopefully seeing you during my office hours. And remember to keep safe and keep thinking. See you next week.